Hi, I'm Ray and welcome to Gardening Online. Today, Sunday, 21st of February, and it is 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 7:04 and look, it's already bright, so I'm able to come down a lot earlier, so I'm really pleased with that. It's a bit of a damp start this morning, but it's supposed to cheer up by about 11 o'clock. So hopefully I should get on and do the tunnel this afternoon. So bought some bolts down from B&Q and we bought some compost down along with our bulbs and some seeds. So let me show you what we're going to do today. So we're going to do some seeds today, and this is the compost that I bought from Tesco's, and I really don't like it, but I'm going to use it, make use of it. So I'm just using this sieve, and we're going to sieve the big bits out, and we'll make use of what we've got. So just a few minutes sieving, and we can already see what big chunky bits there are in here. So look at all these chunky bits that are left. So now we've got a fairly good, a better mixture there. If you haven't got a tray, then you can always use a mushroom tray and it will do just as good a job. So that's a bit better. But what I am going to do is bring some more compost in. So this one is the B&Q compost, and it looks just a normal, not the Verve, but just normal B&Q multi-purpose, and it looks a lot better. But what I am going to do is going to mix them both up and get the best of both. So I'm just going to pick B&Q compost also in with that one. So now we should have a nice, so this is so much better. Last year I think the Verve didn't come out very well, the B&Q compost, but this purple one seems to be a different product this year and seems to be a lot better. So we're getting quite a good substance now, and we can mix these both together. Now I bought the Tesco one, I want to use it, but look, this is the B&Q one, and there's just a few little bits of bark left, but we will use that as well, and also use that, put it in a pot. So this is a better mix we've got now, and this is going to be our seed starting mix. But there's one more ingredient that I'm going to add. So this is our second ingredient, and it's some sharp sand. So we're just going to add some of this into the mix, and it will allow just a bit of better drainage. And we're going to mix it all in, and there we go. And that looks so much better than this dry stuff. So now we can start some seeds. So now we have our potting mix, we can do some seed sowing, and today we're going to do some lobelia and we're going to do some petunia. Now these seeds are from Dewey and these cost me 49p in the range. They've got an offer, normally 99p, but they reduced to 49p. So worth a go. So we've got lobelia colour cascade mix, and it says to sow indoors January to March, spacing 6 inches, flowering height trailing, so this is flowers from June onwards. And we've got petunias, and this is balcony mix, so February to March indoors, sow outdoors, not spacing 10 inches, flowers May to September. So this is the two that we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to fill up my seed trays with my potting mix, and this is quite damp already, so I'm not going to water it as it's quite moist already with the sand added into it, and the two varieties of compost. It's quite a nice smooth mixture now. This is just normal general purpose multi-purpose compost. So we've got our two trays, and I'm just going to flatten them down. So we've got a nice flat surface. And now what we do next, we've learnt this from Dean Roberts from Dean's Backyard Garden, vegetable garden, and we use our marker, and we actually drill some drills along the tray, and this enables us to, when we're potting on, it gives us some nice little neat lines. So I'm just doing this 4 lines in each tray, and then we got our seeds. So we will first do lobelia, and I'm pretty sure these don't have an insert inside, so I'm being most careful, and I will open it above the pot. So let's have a look inside. These are going into the garden, will be great. Yeah, as we mentioned, there's no packet, so it's straight seeds. So these seeds sowed by 2023, so even though they're reduced, they're not out of date. So this is the seeds, if we can see them, and they're very orangey and very, very tiny. So all I'm going to do is just pinch I'm just going to spread a little line along the drill. They're so tiny. They're so tiny. And that's it. We don't cover these, we just leave them as they are. That's it, and that's lobelia. And then we're going to do the same for the petunia, and this is balcony mix. I've done a video of doing petunias from start to finish, so have a look at my video. I'll add a link in the description below and a link above. And we're also going to do exactly the same procedure. These are slightly bigger, but not much. There's still plenty more in the packet, so I'm going to go through the packet. But they are very similar size, and we're going to do exactly the same on the petunia tray. A pinchful along the line. And this week we were really pleased to be added onto the Thompson and Morgan blog, and that was about growing fuchsias, and I'm really pleased of the entry, and it's all about the future fuchsia masterclass, so please check out that, and we're really pleased to have joined that. And I'll add a link for that onto the card above and in the description below. But this is it. That's the petunias sown. Now we're not going to cover this. We're not going to do anything else. They don't need any cover. They need as much light as they can get. And I am going to get my water spray. And we're going to give them a quick spray. Very gentle, fine spray. Not to be moving the seeds. Not going to press them down because otherwise they'll stick to your fingers. And that's it. Now all these need is a bit of heat. Nice warm windowsill. Or propagator. And then we're going to add our lids onto the top. I like using these trays. It's a good size, and I've got many tops to go with them. Can also do them in these smaller trays. I bought these from B&Q, and they're £1 each. And got no lids for these, but they could also be used and using some cling film cover over the top, and then that will keep the seeds nice and warm. So that is it. So that is lobelia and petunias sown for 2021. Just as a small thing I do is when I go and investigate the packets, I open them over a tub of compost. And then if any falls off, I might get a bonus crop. So this is the two trays of the lobelia and the petunia, and they should germinate in around 20 days. So they do need a temperature 15 to 20 centigrade. So we'll take these home and give them some heat. So the next thing on my list is peas, and I'm going to try just a small sample of peas. We're just going to have a little go, just as an experiment. It does say so February, from March, April, May, and these are my favourite seeds, and these are Alderman. And if you look back on my old videos, you will see these grow to around 6 foot tall, and they are just high yield, grows around 5 foot, bumper crop, really tasty peas, widely grown by exhibitors because of its quality of its pods. we're not going to do them all, we're just going to do a small tray, and this year we're going to do a succession sowing, and that means every couple of weeks or every week we'll do another tray. Last year we had so many nice peas and they just disappeared all of a sudden, all at once, and that was it, we finished with the peas. So I'm going to do some in a fairly deep tray, and we're going to use this tray. So let me show you what we're going to do. So as the rain's coming down, it's good to get a few jobs done in the tunnel. So this is the tray that I'll be using, and I'm going to use some of this slightly rougher compost. This is the one I got from Tesco's. So peas, not normally that fussed about potting compost. This is just a normal multi-purpose compost. But what I will do, I just add a little layer on the bottom, and I will be adding a bit of this compost that I've mixed up with sand, just to add on the top, just to make a bit of drainage. So when we're not going mad, it's still a bit early for peas, still could be a few frosts yet. We are at the end of March, end of February, so we're not going too mad. And as we say, this is the Alderman peas. These are $2.99 and approximate says 275. So if I can get all those grown in the year, it'd be wonderful pea selection. Peas is one of the favourite things I love growing on the allotment, and I really do. The kids enjoy them, the kids just eat them before they even get off the allotment plot. So what I'm going to do, let's just get our peas, and they do look like just normal peas. We're going to get our cell tray, and by the way, these seeds, the onion aldermans, these can be bought at Asda, a local supermarket. Some of the higher quality garden centres sell onion alderman peas, but not normally known in garden centres or shops, so that's a good place to be able to get them. So I'm just got our seeds, and I'm just going to put 4 in each of these cells, and that'll be it. They will stay as 4, and they'll be planted out in 4s. One, two, and there. So that's our alderman peas. That's all we're going to do. We're going to spread these out so they're in each corner. One missing. And that's our 4s. That's our alderman peas. And all I'm going to do now is just cover them up with a bit more of this compost, give it a water, press it down, and we're ready to go. And we look forward to eating these alderman peas. And that's the best thing that I've grown on the allotment. If you're a past viewer, then you would have seen I'm always on about my alderman peas, and even Mr. Charles Dowding likes his alderman peas, so it can't be a bad thing. So now I'm going to give this a small water, and these are going to go in the polytunnel, no heat, and they grow on from there. Not going to put a cover on these, just leaving them open. I am going to keep them high so my lovely critters don't go munching, because they ate my last lot, which is, well, we can't see. Yeah. So we're doing it in a smaller tray this time, so you can do smaller quantities at regular amounts. Got my label on it. We're getting all sorted with our labels this year. So that's alderman peas. So I like to do a few experiments on the allotment plot as well during the season, and I've seen quite a few people grow garlic upside down, and to experiment to see whether it will grow upside down. So we're going to give this a try, and I've seen the results, but I'm also going to do it on my allotment plot. But we're also going to show you if we can grow garlic upside down, can we grow daffodils upside down? So I'm going to do an experiment and show you if it works. So I've got this Levington's compost, and I bought this from Tesco's, and this was £1.48. It was reduced because it was a split bag, and I'm not a great fan, so I'm going to use it on this experiment. I'm not going to waste it, although it is kind of wasted, but it's an experiment, and we do like experiments. So I'm just filling up my 2 tubs just with normal multi-purpose compost, and we're going to get our bulbs. And we've got 2 daffodil bulbs, pretty much the same, both sprouting, and we're going to take our garlic and we're going to split the garlic. We get 2 cloves from the garlic, and this is already sprouting. Maybe we'll do 4 cloves of garlic, 2 in each, and we can already smell the garlic. So we've got 4 cloves of garlic, and we've got 2 daffodil bulbs. And we're also actually going to mix it up by adding a couple of these bulbs, and to be honest, I'm not sure what they are, but they are flowers, so they will grow. So this is the upside down bowl, and maybe take it a little bit deeper, just for the daffodil. So we're going to plant 1 daffodil upside down, so the sprouts are downwards, and the next daffodil we're going to plant is upwards. So upside down and upwards. What do you reckon? Worth a go? So I'm just going to fill these up a bit more. So the daffodil, I'm going to do this so it's the same. Daffodil is at the back. We're going to fill it up. There we go. And then we're going to put these bulbs either side of the daffodil. And this is the quick way up. So that's 2 of those either side. And then 2 this side. And they're going to go upside down. It's all a bit silly, all a bit daft, but hey. And then we're going to fill that up a bit more. These are just going to go outside on the garden, in the allotment, and we can keep an eye on them. And then last of all, correct way up is the garlic, and the garlic's going to go at the front. 1, 2, and then 2 upside down. 1, 2. So what do you reckon? Will it grow? I reckon. Be interesting. And I've just got my first daffodils out in the garden today, I noticed when I came out. So it's definitely looking good. So there we go. Upside down, correct way up. Let's go for it. Good job, Don. Look forward to that. The rest of these daffodils will be going around the edge of the pond, but it's too wet now, so we'll come back later and do that. So, thank you for watching, and it's all a bit of a go, a bit of an experiment, and we look forward to seeing what we get from these sowings on late February. So, thank you very much for joining. And are you doing any flowers? Are you doing wisteria, lobelia, or any peas? Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to receiving your comments. And thank you very much for joining. We're getting a good membership now, and even join me on the Facebook group, Gardening Online on Facebook, and that'd be wonderful. And I'll keep you updated with our little projects and what's going on there. So, thank you very much for now. Letting the rain stop him. Cheers!